Granny Smith.
Today on KEA Kids News. How Dunedin won back the title of having the world's steepest street.
Oh, it definitely feels like the world's steepest street now.
And how a Hollywood star helped save a rare native bird.
Who is Leonardo Dicaprio?
Kia ora, I'm Keanu reporting for KEA Kids News.
Today we're in Dunedin to see how a famous street lost a world title and won it back again.
In 2019, things went downhill for Baldwin Street. It lost the title for the world's most steepest street.
It lost the title to a street in a small town in Wales.
I'm going to meet Toby Stoff, the man who helped Baldwin Street get its title back.
This is what we use to crush the Welsh hopes and dreams.
But unfortunately, he's up the top. Oh, it definitely feels like the world's steepest street now.
KEA Kids News.
I'll be right with you, Toby.
No stress, mate.
So, Toby, what does the surveyor actually do?
Well, Keanu, that's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked. Contrary to popular belief, it is not just cruising around looking tough and macho. It involves being brainy, measuring things like measuring landforms, terrains, designing roads.
Why do you think it's important that Baldwin Street retains its title?
Well, because it is the steepest street in the world. Being the second steepest street in the world just doesn't have that same, ring as being the steepest.
Can you tell us about the town in Wales that tried to take our title away?
The town is called Harlech, but the road is called Ford Pen Lech, and that's quite hard to say if you don't know Welsh. They had a steep street, right, but it was curvy, and what they did is they measured it on the inside of the curve. That's got a totally different shape to Baldwin Street, so their street, it got flatter as you went round the outside of the curve, as you went from one side to the other. So we said to Guinness World Records, hang on a sec, boys, I think you've made a bit of a mistake here. What we did then is we measured both streets and we did a report for Guinness to show them that Baldwin Street was in fact the steepest when you looked at the shape of both streets.
Toby, can you show us how you proved your point?
For sure.
Well, what's it called and what's it doing?
This is a robotic total station, and it's one of the tools that we use to prove that Baldwin Street is the steepest street in the world. So the way it works is it's got a camera on board here, and the camera will lock onto the prism that you're holding. So basically what it's going to do is it'll just draw a map of everywhere that you've been and everywhere that you've put the pole on the ground. It'll just draw a really accurate map.
So, Toby, time for some scientific experiments of my own. Granny Smith.
Caps can read.
Caps can read. Donut with sprinkles.
Donut with sprinkles.
Donut with sprinkles. Jaffers. Well, here comes the apple. Doesn't seem like there's any sign of a capsicum or the donuts. Oh, and here comes the Jaffers. I can now confirm that this is the most steepest street in the world thanks to my mate Toby. This is Keanu signing off from KEA Kids News.
Hi, I'm Millie reporting for KEA Kids News in the Mackenzie country. The Mackenzie country is home to the world's rarest wading bird, the kaki or black stilt. We're headed to Doc's Kaki Breeding Center, where the bird has made an amazing comeback, thanks in part to a Hollywood movie star.
Leonardo Dicaprio.
So, what's the name of this place and what do you do here?
So we're at the Department of Conservation's KEA breeding facility. So what we do here is we get KEA eggs from the wild, we hatch them, we raise the chicks, and then eventually those chicks get released back into the wild.
The KEA were almost wiped out by predators. Back in the 1980s, there were only 23 left in the wild. Now there are 168.
So this chick is 30 days old. Would you like to give him a little pat and feel how soft his feathers are?
Wow. So, what's the KEA's biggest fan?
So Leonardo Dicaprio is actually a big fan of KEA.
Who is Leonardo Dicaprio? Turns out Leonardo Dicaprio is a famous actor. He's well known for supporting the environment.
I thank you all for this amazing award tonight. Let us not take this planet for granted.
Not long ago, Leonardo featured the KEA on his Facebook and Twitter pages. And his donation to the Global Wildlife Fund helped build a new nursery at the breeding center.
Which is fantastic because it actually allows us to double the capacity of the amount of chicks we can raise here.
Look at these little fuzzies. Oh, they're so cute.
Can you see the light green band? That's the youngest chick, so that one's only 1 day old.
Oh, bye-bye, little chicks. I'm pretty sure they're happy that we're gone. What does it feel like to work for the Department of Conservation saving these amazing KEA?
It's a pretty incredible program to be a part of because these birds would not survive in the wild without this program. So if we didn't help the KEA, they would actually be extinct.
What sound do KEA make?
So it's more of, I guess, a high-pitched meeping sound. Kind of like that. Very good.
Why can't we find KEA in the North Island too?
So they used to be in the North Island, but because of those introduced predators, that reduced them down into the Mackenzie Basin.
Are you working on getting them back to other districts?
That would be the long-term goal, is to get them all over New Zealand again. But for now, our main focus is just getting the population established here in Mackenzie country.
Do you ever want to keep every single chick and just have it as a pet?
They are very cute, but I don't think they would make very good pets either because they get quite stressed when lots of people are around. Yeah, they poo so much.
What do you think this bird wants right now?
Probably for me to put him down.
Thank you, Doc, for saving those wonderful birds. I'm Millie Stringer reporting for KEA Kids News in the Mackenzie country. Goodbye. KEA Kids News is covering the country with Brits, and we're coming to your town soon. Thanks to New Zealand On Air.